Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about exosomes, which is the treatment that I decided to go with because as you know, I have been looking into regenerative medicine, and so exosomes, there's lots of different things under regenerative medicine. Exosomes is one of them, and I decided to go with that. So I just want to preface this video by saying I'm not a doctor. I still don't really know what exosomes are. There are many other videos on YouTube where there are doctors and scientists talking about exosomes. I highly recommend that you take a look at their videos in order to get a better understanding. The other thing I'm going to say is that I'm not going to disclose who my doctor is. I'm not going to disclose where I got exosomes done. And I'm not going to disclose where the exosomes are from. So please don't ask those questions. I try to be as discreet as possible, um, you know, for the sake of everybody involved in this. I did pay for it. You do have to pay for this treatment. It's not covered by insurance. It's not FDA approved. It's none of those things. So it is something that is out of pocket. I was very hesitant to talk about this because obviously, if the treatment doesn't go well, I'm going to feel very stupid. I mean, I feel already very stupid as it is because of the amount of money that I paid. Um, Exosomes are supposed to be cheaper than stem cells. They can still be very, very pricey. And mine were very expensive. They were above average price of exosomes. It was a lot of money. And obviously, if they don't help me, it's going to be very disappointing and, really sad and really hard to deal with. But the reason that I decided to move forward with this is because, like I said before, you can find a lot of doctors and scientists talking about exosomes and what role they're going to play in the future when it comes to medicine and health and all of that. But I'm not seeing a lot of patients or sick people talking about their experience with exosomes. And that's probably because not a lot of people are doing them because they are very expensive and they're difficult. It's difficult to find a place that does them. In the US, it's not FDA approved. In Mexico, I think they do more stem cells and they do exosomes. It's almost a treatment that's really difficult to find, and um, it's not as well known and it's not as popular yet. So, I figured even if this treatment doesn't go well, at least it might help some of you out there that are considering it. And it may save you a lot of money in the long run because, like I said, it can be even the less expensive treatments are still expensive. I mean, it's still a lot of money no matter what. So what are exosomes? I'll give you just my own understanding of what exosomes are. It's something that stem cells release. So if you've ever had stem cells done, you get the stem cells, and once the stem cells are in you, they release exosomes. And exosomes are not cells. They're extracellular vesicles. I don't know what that means, but they are not a cell. And they carry, I don't know, they carry a lot of things that can help you that are like anti-inflammatory, messenger, mRNA. I don't know. They carry special things to help your cells communicate in your body, and in turn, they reduce inflammation. As I mentioned before, please go and check out a doctor on YouTube that knows what they're talking about because I obviously don't. My doctor and I had been discussing this. She advised me to do exosomes, not to do stem cells, because of the fact that they are not cells. So from my understanding, you have a higher chance of reacting, I guess, negatively to a cell. And because exosomes are not cells, your chances of reacting to them negatively is a lot less. And also the chances of tumor formation or cancer formation are a lot less because they aren't cells. As I have mentioned in other videos, like my symptoms, one of them is that I tend to just overreact to everything. There's only like very few things that I can eat that I don't have like, that don't give me some kind of bad reaction. I'm not talking about an allergic reaction, just digestive issues or even contributing to pain and that kind of thing. And it's the same with medication. I've noticed, I tend to have, very exaggerated side effects. I'll have the rare side effects of medication. So I think my doctor took that into consideration and she felt that exosomes were a safer bet for me to go with instead of stem cells. I have heard stories of people with Lyme disease that react very badly to stem cells and they end up getting worse. So I took her advice and I decided to go with exosomes because they seemed like a safer bet. The other reason she wanted exosomes and not stem cells is because they are much, much smaller. So stem cells are small, but exosomes are even smaller because they're inside stem cells. And so you have to be super, super tiny. And that enables them to cross the blood brain barrier a little bit easier. And she wants them to go to the brain. And I guess they can just go into different parts of your body a little bit easier than an actual stem cell, which is big. So that was her reasoning behind it. They're very anti-inflammatory, which she's told me many times that I have high levels of inflammation, and that, this could help to bring down that inflammation. I don't know. I don't know yet. I have to do the treatment and, you really don't know until you try. And she really can't guarantee anything. Because everybody responds differently. Some people do really, really well. I've heard different stories. I did consults with many different stem cell clinics, and many of them told me that exosomes, comparing exosomes and stem cells, exosomes are short term. So they will make you feel a lot better, a lot faster. It's almost like a more immediate response, but it's very short-lived. Whereas stem cells, it's not as immediate and it's more long-term. That was my understanding from these stem cell clinics. My doctor didn't really say that, and I did speak to one other doctor who also uses exosomes, and he said something similar, that it wasn't necessarily true that exosomes just work in the short term. I don't know. Like I said, we will have to wait and see. So I wanted to make this video as more of an introduction because I did choose to do exosomes. I do want to put my experience on here. That way, those of you that are considering trying it have someone to sort of to reference. Because like I said, it is a lot of money, and if I end up losing the money, which I already, I've mentally prepared myself for losing a large amount of money. Even if I would have done stem cells, I still would have done the same thing, because these therapies are, I don't want to say in the early stages of research, but they're, in humans, they're not really well researched. There's a lot of lab studies, studies on animals, but on people, there really isn't much yet. I've heard very good things. I'm in a couple of Facebook groups for, stem cells and exosomes. And there are people that swear by them. They say that they've helped them quite a bit or helped their children after like an injury or with some kind of an illness or something. So, that was all I had to go by. And really, there isn't much. I'm in one group that's strictly for patients that have done exosomes. And I mean, there really isn't much in there. There is one person here on YouTube. Her name is Bartonella Babe. She does exosomes, I think like every 6 weeks, which is a different protocol than the one that I'm on. But she's the only other person that I have seen on YouTube as a patient that has done exosomes. And she says that she's benefited from them. It's not a cure, but she has benefited enough to the point where she wants to continue to do them on a regular basis, because it really has helped, I think, some of her pain issues. So I want to just leave this video. I'm probably going to make a playlist, and there's going to be lots of different videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload them in real time, but at least it will be there for reference. That way, you will know where to go before you decide, if you want to move forward with something like this. And so there will be videos uploaded to this playlist. I'm hoping that they will help some of you out there. And there may be updates as well. So if there's only a few videos and it's just like, oh, I just finished doing this treatment, just wait a while, because I know that there's probably going to be more to come after that. So just, it may take some patience and some time, but I think it's worth the wait, because it's very, very expensive, and you don't want to spend money if you don't have the money, or if you're going to get into debt in order to do this. I think it's better to wait for someone else to finish their treatment and to waste their money. I'll waste my money in order for, for you guys to make a better decision. I wish I had something like this. Like I said, there's very few sick people on YouTube that have done these treatments. And so I want to kind of be one of the first ones, to kind of do this, even though it will be at a loss to me. But, I think we sort of need to help each other out in that sense, take the bullet for each other, because these treatments are just, there's no guarantee, and you really don't know what you're getting or what you're getting into. So that's my little spiel, and there should be more videos coming, and that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, I hope all of this helps. Give it a thumbs up if it does. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I may not get back to you right away, or I may, things may change over time. So I may get back to you when I'm able to answer your question. But yeah, anything that you want to ask, just ask it, with the exception of, what I stated at the beginning of this video. So anyways, that's what I got, and I'll see you soon.